Hi there. Welcome to Bourbon Turntable. This is the show that blends the love of music, the love of whiskey. Tonight, my guest is going to be Cory Vincent. He's got a band called the Electric Band. It's Cory Vincent and the Electric Band, based out of Washington State. So it'll be fun. If you've not heard of Cory before, good chance for you to get to meet him, learn about his music. I didn't know Cory. He reached out to me and said, "Hey, heard your show, like it. Could I come on sometime?" So hey, he's coming, and really good stuff. I think you'll you need to give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. It's kind of a heavy blues to it, and good stuff. If you like good guitar based rock and roll, blues, hard rock, this will be for you. But we'll have Cory on in just a few minutes. But before we do that, I want to tell you about the Bar Cart Co-op. Bar Cart Co-op is a collection of friends who produce content for the whiskey enthusiast. Shows like Distillers Talk with Alan Bishop and Christy Atkinson. Alan and Christy talk with distillers from across the country and around the world about anything and everything in terms of distillation. Alan also has show One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute. You got a question about distilling? Ask Alan. He's your resource. Don't just get stumped. If you get stumped, ask Alan. He can help you. Send him a question. He'll post a video response so we can all learn from you and your curiosity. Another show Alan has is If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. On this show, it gets into a little bit of the unusual, the paranormal, supernatural, the strange, the odd, and it's one of those shows you just got to listen to it and see what it's all about. Always entertaining. My Whiskey Den with Pat and Mike and Mitch. Every Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time. My Whiskey Den is where craft whiskey is king. So be sure to check those guys out. They always have some fun guests, interesting tastings, and it's a blast hanging out with the folks in the chat. Always a good time. Speaking of good time, David Levine, Whiskey in My Wedding Ring. He has a blog where he posts reviews of whiskey and other spirits. It is a blog you can use. Really good stuff. Excellent work. And he also has a podcast where he will interview distillers. So check that out. As for our show, Bourbon Turntable, if you're watching us right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We would appreciate it if you would join us each and every week. We always have some good guests. The host may be a knob from time to time, but he brings you some good people to hear from. You can also listen to us on your favorite podcast platform, Apple, Spotify, Google, so you can subscribe there as well. So we are going to get Cory on and have a good time talking with him. I think he's got some special whiskey that he's going to be drinking tonight for the first time. So he's getting into it. And this will be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for Cory. So I'm joined by Cory Vincent. Cory, welcome to Bourbon Turntable.
Thank you for having me, sir.
I'm excited to have you. Been enjoying your music, and as I've gotten to know more about what you're doing, and I told you a little bit before we started recording here that I really like the sound. And we will we'll get there in just a minute. But first of all, I want people to get a chance to get to know you a little bit. And so you're in Washington State, is that correct?
Yes, yeah. Washington State. I'm about an hour and a half north of Seattle.
Okay.
On Whidbey Island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, lived kind of around this area my whole life. Started playing guitar when I was 13.
Yeah.
Haven't looked back.
Haven't looked back. Yeah. So lived in Washington State your whole life. And there's definitely a musical movement that came out of that part of the country that we'll talk about maybe that in just a minute too. But so growing. Well, before we do that, show everybody the whiskey that you've got there.
Oh yeah, I did. I got this. I had a birthday last week, and some good friends of mine, Joe and Michelle Vest, got me this bottle of Redbreast 12, the cask strength. So
Yeah.
I just poured myself a glass, and
Yeah.
cheers to you.
Well, in honor of you being from Washington State, one of I think one of the finest distilleries around is Dry Fly Distilling in Spokane. So I've got this bottle here. It's one of their, it says right there, specialty barrel. Okay. It is a 9-year-old straight wheat whiskey, cask strength at 138.1 proof.
Right.
So that's a little crazy. I'll be going easy on that, or you may have to finish the show on your own. Hey, but cheers, my friend.
Cheers, man.
Welcome and happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Man, that is so good.
Oh, okay. I get it. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. This stuff, just to get off on the whiskey for just a little bit.
Yeah.
This is, it's like a high proof Hershey bar.
Really?
Tons of chocolate notes in it. And it packs a punch.
Nice. I'm going to have to check that out. And that was out of Spokane, you said?
Yeah. Yeah. So they should be all over Washington State, I would think. But yeah, great stuff. Very creative place. And so you like that Redbreast, huh?
I do. This is really, really good. And yeah, it definitely has more kick than the usual.
Yeah.
Which is great for a Monday night.
Yeah. Cast string's the way to go in Irish whiskey, I think. But, what do I know? So any just while we're on whiskey, anything that you really like, normal, anything that's like a daily go-to or something that you keep on the shelf at your house?
I'm pretty simple. I like my Crown Royal. My great grandpa, that was his drink back in the day, and so I just kind of inherited that. But now, the older you get, and when you can actually afford it, you start trying a little more spendy stuff that's really, really good. I just got turned on to the Redbreast this year, actually, and that's really good stuff. I tend to like more of like the Irish whiskey and Canadian blends and stuff, but I'm starting to learn more about the bourbon.
Yeah, you've got this out there.
Yeah.
I saw that. Okay, well, I can tell he's a Crown Royal guy. It's the Royal Purple recording. You got a couple of those, I think, of live tracks that are off of your Volume 1 album, right?
Yeah, so those actually were they were kind of live in the studio. A friend of ours has a little home studio up in Bellingham, Washington, which is kind of close to the Canadian border. Mm-hmm. And so we just went in there with the idea. It was kind of when the band first got together, and was just like, all right, let's just record what we sound like. And I asked him what the name of his studio was, and he said Royal Purple. I was like, I already know what the artwork's going to be.
That's awesome. So growing up, what were you listening to? Did you come from a music family, or how did that work?
So I had, I would say, not professionally, but very musical family. A lot of people sang. I had 2 uncles on my mom's side. One played bass and the other played guitar. And that's kind of how I got into playing guitar. Always wanted to, tried to as a little kid, but just couldn't latch onto it very well. And then when I was about 13, my dad brought home Stevie Ray Vaughan Texas Flood on CD, and I was like, all right, whatever that is, let's do that.
That's what I want to do. Yeah. There are a whole lot worse things that you could try to emulate.
Yeah. Yeah. Before that, I listened to a lot of country music. That was always in the house. My mom's side of the family is all from North Carolina, so there's a lot of country music influence there. So I remember being a little kid dressing up like Garth Brooks, and it was like right in the heyday of all that '90s country. So
Yeah.
it was good. And then yeah, just teenage years found Stevie Ray Vaughan, and it was like all blues. My
Yeah.
very first concert was BB King and Buddy Guy.
Cool.
So yeah, I
That's
was
very cool.
yeah, it was a good both my parents were very encouraging, so that was really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. You remember the first album you bought?
I remember the first vinyl I bought
Yeah.
in my teen years. It was Zeppelin 4 and Sabbath Paranoid on the same day.
Okay. That's a
And
good
that was
day.
yeah, that was kind of Black Sabbath really kind of changed like my whole life. It was like, whoa, here's blues to the extreme. It
Hmm.
was just like right what I needed. I was about 16 years old, and it's like it was the perfect time to experience that.
Yeah. So you said you started playing when you're around 13? Is that
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Took the guitar right away, or did you play piano or anything else first? Or
I remember trying trying to have my uncle teach me how to play piano, and it just didn't click. I
yeah.
I still try and do it today, and it still doesn't click. I don't know what it is, but and it's funny too because I'll have parents come up to me at shows and stuff that have younger kids that want to play, and I always tell them it's like, man, start on piano, because if you can learn that, you can fly on anything. But
yeah.
I really struggled with it. So yeah, the guitar just kind of always made more sense to me than any of the other instruments.
Yeah. Well, it definitely makes sense because of how well you play.
Oh,
So something clicks somewhere.
yeah.
Um, so when did you start uh, performing?
Pretty late actually. I didn't play in any bands until I was 21, I think.
Okay.
Um, it was like everybody my age when I was a teenager was kind of more into like punk rock and things that I just didn't get
Right.
at the time, and I was always probably a little too shy as well. But yeah, I didn't play out, and other than like I took guitar lessons, so we'd have recitals and stuff. But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I didn't play out until I was 21, and then got hooked up with a local cover band that had a good following,
Hmm.
and then got the bug for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your cover band,
Hmm.
what did you play?
It was like country rock.
Okay.
The name Troy Fair was the guy that ran it, and he had a few original songs that we'd play every now and then, but it was mostly like your kind of classic bar cover band.
Yeah.
And it was back in the days, which probably still happens more on the East Coast, but we would do the 3 and 4 hour gigs,
Yeah.
and which is kind of weird. It doesn't exist as much around here anymore. So I see these bands doing like hour, 2 hour shows. I'm like, man, you're just getting started.
Right. Right. Now, uh, we've got a couple of bars around here that, okay, you play from 8 o'clock to 11:30, and you don't take breaks.
Oh, wow. That's marathon, man.
Yeah. So the bands will figure a way around it. Okay, we got a nice 5-minute drum solo here while everybody goes to the bathroom or takes a smoke break,
There you
and
go.
then they'll like a guitar solo for a bit, so the drummer can get a break. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of hardcore.
that is,
But
man.
man, it's a lot of fun. Especially when you got somebody that they've got a lot of their own material, but they can also pull out some really cool covers. So
Yeah,
yeah, that kind of thing's fun.
yeah, for sure.
So what kind of venues do you play around
So
around home?
where we're at, it's mainly bars. There's a few what you would kind of call your classic, like an actual music club.
Hmm.
More so in Bellingham and the closer you get to Seattle.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's especially growing up, it was all bars and like anywhere that would have us, private parties and backyards and
Hmm.
wherever you could play.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're working on this band currently. We're kind of working on getting into a little bit bigger venues, like small theater type stuff, and
Yeah.
branching out and doing a little bit of touring.
How far do you stray from home?
So far, I've just kind of done like more regional, like
Mm-hmm.
around the state. I haven't really branched out too far. I've done some solo gigs that were like private party things that I got hired for.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did one in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Um, I played a little bit in New York, and then like Nashville and stuff.
Cool. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so we talked about where you live, and while we're talking about music influences, I've got to at least ask, grunge, how did that play into what you were listening to growing up, and uh, how did it impact, if any, the way you play?
It's funny. I was late to the game. Like when all of that was going on, I was still pretty young, and like I said before, I was massively into country music and stuff. So I didn't discover a lot of that stuff until like my late teens, which was early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And but once I was like of that age and started listening to it, it's like wow, it very changed the game for sure. And then it's funny because it's like I'd listen to those songs and it's like wow, this all makes sense to me because I'm used to the rain and the gloom, and it's like it's just it comes out in everything I do now, with
Yeah.
my writing and stuff. It's just because I grew up here. I'm not even trying to, it just happens that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. No, uh, I was still kind of hanging on to classic rock, 80s rock, and everything when grunge hit, and it was kind of like I didn't I didn't get it at first,
Yeah,
and but then you go back and you listen, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah,
yeah.
this is incredible.
Oh man, I mean, some of that stuff is just amazing. Like I'm my wife actually introduced me to Stone Temple Pilots for the first time, and it was like that kind of changed everything. I had listened by that time, I obviously had heard Nirvana and Pearl Jam and
Mm-hmm.
Soundgarden, all that, but they were there to me, and maybe it's them not being from Seattle.
Right.
It was more along the lines of Led Zeppelin, where like the musicianship and everything and the
Mm-hmm.
production was just so much to me, one step above what the grunge guys were doing.
Mm. No, yeah, yeah. Stone Temple Pilots are fantastic, and yeah,
Yeah,
not from the area, but it kind of absorbed that same vibe for sure in
yeah,
what they were doing.
yeah. But I
So
would say out of Alice in Chains was always my pick for
yeah,
the Seattle bands for sure. I think that like that kind of sums up in sound what it's like to live around here. Like that
you're
mood.
you're really not selling it. The Department of Tourism is not going to
That's okay.
not going to come calling for you to give them an endorsement.
Yeah.
Uh, so, what else? In addition to some of the grunge, what else were some artists that really had an impact on you?
Um,
Whether you try to sound like them or not, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. There's
Yeah.
definitely a lot that are very influential to me that I just don't sound like. I was really, really influenced by Supertramp
Really,
at a young age. Yeah, and I would say
very
like
cool.
when I'm trying to, because we mix all our own stuff,
Hmm.
and so it's like, especially for that area, I'm always trying to, you know, hey, let's make a country song sound like a Supertramp song. It's like I just love like that era of production and everything, and just what a talented group of guys. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty insane. So yeah, a lot of that was like my dad turned me on to a lot of that era of rock, and then he was a
Hmm.
big like more like Motown and R&B stuff.
Hmm.
A lot of Hall and Oates in my house growing up.
Yeah. Yacht rock. There we go.
Yeah, it was definitely some yacht rock. Um, and then like, kind of definitely the for the country side of it, more the old guys. Like, I mean, Hank Senior to me is
Wow. Yeah.
the god. It's like I think all music, American music at least, it's like if it doesn't trace its way back to Robert Johnson or Hank Williams,
Yeah.
then it's no good.
I think you got a good point.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, healthy dose of the good country music, Willie and
Yeah.
Waylon and all that.
Yeah.
Got really influenced by Shooter Jennings when I was in high school,
Yeah.
and that was probably why I started writing music actually, because it was like,
Cool.
oh wow, this is cool. He's got this Zeppelin stuff feel that I like, but with country
Hmm.
lyrics. More like Leonard Skinner, which I was really into as well. But yeah, just a lot of classic rock and all the blues guys. I mean, I as soon as I figured out, why Stevie Ray played the way he did and the guys that he liked, it's like you just start tracing it back
Right.
and get
Right.
really into Albert King and Freddie King and BB King and the whole gambit there. But yeah, a lot of, I mean, man, I could go on. I could go on forever. I love it all.
Yeah. No,
I love a lot of pop music too. So
but I think that's valuable, right?
yeah,
It it helps you. It helps broaden because it helps broaden what your inputs are,
right.
right?
Yeah,
And you can kind of draw on things. I guess when you're in the studio, you can say, "Hey, you know this riff in this Hall and Oates song,
yeah,
something like that,"
for
or
sure.
"Hey, you know this drum part that in this."
Yeah,
It's a language
for sure.
that
Yeah,
musicians can share.
for
Um,
sure. Yeah, it's funny. It's like I guess it happens more when you're not a musician, but people will be like, "Oh, well, what's your closet favorite band?" And it's like,
mhm.
as a musician, I don't have any because I'm just, like I'm not too embarrassed to say something. If it's cool, it's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I listen to Miley Cyrus and Lady Gaga as much as I do BB King.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's you're covering the spectrum. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but and we'll talk more about the album and some of the specific songs. But
mhm,
there's some different styles present from song to song. When it's an 8-track album, and there's
yeah,
some different styles thrown in there. There's kind of a core sound, but there's stylistically things go different directions, uh,
yeah.
especially vocally. I
Mm.
think that you cover a nice range there in terms of how you're using your voices as your instrument.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
and so that all makes sense then, that all the different things that you listen to. And
Yeah, it's just me trying to sound like other people. That's all it is.
right, everybody steals from everybody in
Yep.
music.
Yeah,
If you don't believe that, listen to Led Zeppelin,
that's right.
the greatest thieves in rock and roll.
That's right.
So tell me about your band. Tell me about your band.
Yeah,
Uh,
there they
there's your
are.
guys. Yeah. Uh,
So yeah, the long-haired guy there on that's Charlie Kringle, my bass player.
yeah.
I met Charlie, gosh, we've we've probably known each other over a decade. Um, and Charlie's actually a phenomenal guitar player, like
Hmm.
light years above anything I could do, and always has been since he was a kid. He worked at a local music store around here, and I saw him when he was like 18
Mhm.
in there just sitting noodling around on this really nice guitar, and I'm just like, who is this guy? And so we kind of met through that, and he was always kind of hounding me to put something together and be in a band. And I wanted him to be the guitar player because he's so good. But we could never find a bass player. So finally he's just like, hey, I'll play bass until we can find somebody. Well, then I find out he's the best bass player around. So yeah, Charlie's pretty awesome.
Yeah. He's got a phenomenal tone on his bass. It's just so thick and heavy without being ponderous. I love it. Really good sound. Yeah.
He'll be happy to hear that. Yeah. And then my drummer is Phil Carter.
Yeah.
And Phil has been, Phil's played with everybody. He did a bunch of touring with some original bands back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And just as solid as they come on drums. And also the thing I love about playing with Phil is I've been playing with him now for about 4 years, and I still never know what he's going to play, which I really love. I know it's always going to be solid, but he doesn't play it the same way twice, which I'm kind of like that too. So it's just really fun to play live. And then, I mean, outside of that, they're both just great guys. But, and then Phil also, that's where we do our mixing and stuff. He's got a nice home studio. So, and he's super into that stuff, and just one of the most encouraging people that I've ever met. So that's really cool.
Yeah. No, and really solid drums. And, if you're playing as a trio, there's nowhere to hide anything. So everybody's got to be really good and carrying their weight, especially when you have a big sound like you guys do.
Yeah, for sure. And he definitely brings it. It's so much fun.
Yeah. So let's talk some about Cory Vincent, the electric band. You got these different logos going here. But the album came out a little over a year ago, I think, volume 1.
I think it's like just a month ago. It had been out a year, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Really, really good. It is, to me, it's kind of a heavy blues is kind of the constant in the album. I kind of hear a good bit of Soundgarden in that, and some King's X in that.
Oh yeah,
I think a lot of that may be the bass, but it's some really good stuff. So I'm just going to go through a few of the songs, and you can talk about them, and we can chat a bit about them. So we got to start with the opening track, One Man Show. Tell us about that, and what was behind that song.
Yeah, that one, I'm trying to think what came first with that. I think it was probably the music, the riff, just kind of driving around on my day job as a delivery driver. So I've got a lot of time to listen to things and make up songs in my head.
Yeah.
And I think I remember, I do remember, because I have a voice recording on my phone of me singing that riff. Yeah. And I sent it to Charlie. I wanted, I think I was listening to a lot of Jack White at the time, and I like kind of his blend of that hard blues, but then there's also some of his lyrics are more almost like rap. And so I kind of was really liking that, and I was like, I'm going to try and, do something like that. And so that just kind of came together, and I can't remember. I think that one came together right when we were coming together as a band.
Yeah.
Because a few of the songs on the album I kind of had before I even started jamming with the guys.
Yeah. It's musically, it's almost metal to some degree. Definitely hard rock, but vocally, it's kind of, it doesn't fall into that same mold, I don't think. And the way you've described it, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Very cool.
Uh, Next track, Be Mine. Now this is the one that I heard that and I thought, okay, this is reminding me of some King's X. It's got that real weighty bass in it. So how did this song come about?
That one, so that's a funny song. I wanted to write. It's very Stone Temple Pilots influence for sure. I mean, it's like even when we went to record it, I was recording guitars here at home, and I was just like, man, I want to sound like STP's first album. So we kind of tried to recreate that with the guitar sounds, and then lyrically, it's I wanted to write a song about a stalker, but from his perspective. So in his mind, this is a beautiful love story, but it's, look, when you zoom out, it's not at all.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then that was how we actually released that song on Valentine's Day. And then I did the artwork to be like one of the sweetheart candies and everything, and put the lightning bee on there. So yeah.
As I'm thinking back through Core, that Stone Temple Pilots album, I can get that.
Yeah.
Sex type thing, and
exactly.
I get that. Yeah. The next track is one that is, again, like I'd say, there's some things on here that are kind of a departure from what you might expect, especially after hearing the first couple of songs. I Hear It in Your Eyes.
Oh yeah. That one's definitely a favorite of mine. I feel like it's one of those ones that, like, as a songwriter, I'm super proud of. And then kind of the vibe on that one. I really like the band The Killers, and so I was kind of like, I was liking the idea when we were putting this band together, actually, of having a few songs or maybe even a sound of kind of that, like, definitely more rock, but with a dance beat behind it. I think for a while there, everybody got so scared of the disco beat, but it's like, when you're playing live, there's nothing more fun than the disco beat.
Right.
It's just great. So that was kind of what we were trying to go for. At least in my mind, it's like, oh, I'm writing a Killer song, And so
When you talk about disco, Dave Grohl talks about how he ripped off all kinds of disco drummers when he's playing with Nirvana and the Foo Fighters. And if you go back and you listen to it, it's like, yep.
Yeah, totally.
It's there. It's absolutely there. Wow. So before we go through some of the others, what's your favorite to play live?
Ooh, man, I feel like it's hard because you always just want to say, well, the newest one, because it's the newest. But that one, Hear It in Your Eyes, is really good because it always like it gets people moving, and then it's got that kind of halftime feel for the guitar solo. So when it comes back in, it hits really hard, and it just feels like, especially if we've got like a good light show behind us, it's like, okay, this is a rock show. This is fun. And then we've got, for selfish reasons, we've got other songs. Like there's a tune that we do called Back Home that ends up being like this 13-minute jam because I'm just, going crazy on the guitar. So that one's fun because it's different every night, and we're playing off of each other. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. The next one on the album is In the Flames, and the guitar solo on this one is one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you. I was going for the Jimmy Page kind of thing.
See, I got some While My Guitar Gently Weeps feel from that.
Yeah, for sure.
Now there's another one that you do that I got some Jimmy Page vibes from, but That I thought the guitar solo on that felt like, okay, there's some George Harrison working in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But a really cool song.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that's so funny you say that after the live stuff. We've actually never played that song live because
Really?
I'm still, yeah, because I'm still trying to figure out a way to do it. It was kind of that one was like brand new when
Mm-hmm.
all the songs were put together for what was going to be the album.
Mm-hmm.
And we hadn't even played it together, but I was just like, man, I really want to have this on the album because it's such a departure from everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just fresh on my head, so I was really happy with it. So yeah, that one we're still trying to work out a live arrangement of it, and it's one of those ones that I mean, I don't know if any of my songs are ever really done, but that's one that I could see recording again, just to see, what happens, because it's kind of open ended that way.
Hmm.
But it's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, no, I like that one a lot. Then I'll have to let you know. I've seen a live version of that on YouTube, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that kicks.
yeah. That one's fun. That one's really fun to play live too.
Yeah, great groove in that song.
Yeah, that's when we get nail that, because it's one of those grooves that just kind of has a lot of attitude to it, like a
Yeah,
swagger.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you walk different if that song's playing, and you're walking from one end of the room to the other. You walk different when
yeah.
you hear that song. You just do.
I like that.
Uh, so, how long have you guys been playing together then?
So me and the electric band, we're going this winter will be our 4th year together.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, because that type of groove that doesn't happen like that. I mean, you got to have some familiarity with one another, I think, right?
Yeah. I will say it's pretty easy when you've got players like Charlie and Phil, and they just have something going like right away, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we jammed, I was like, okay, I got to step it up. Like this is, which has always kind of been
Good.
my philosophy, anyways. It's like if you surround yourself with, you always want to be the worst player in your band,
Yeah,
because then
right.
there's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
Um,
Now they played together before.
so they had done some recording together, playing on other people's demos and stuff,
Yeah.
so like more session work. And then I believe they had played once or twice live together with another person,
Okay.
just as like fill-in gig type thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Charlie told me about Phil and said, "Hey, I think this guy might be good for what we're going for." And we drove up to his practice place, and I was like, "I've been here before." Oh, I know this guy. we
That's
had
funny.
we had jammed together like years past, kind of doing some session work for another songwriter guy. But we had only, it was just a one-time thing that came to fruition. But I remember even back then, I was like, okay, this guy's good.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah. But that first time we were all in the same room, I remember just being blown away by like, wow, it's like all the pieces are here. I mean, it's like it was literally. I mean, yeah, there's effort, but it doesn't feel like work at all.
Yeah. No, there's definitely with the two of them playing together, you've got a great foundation, and then layer that guitar on, and then your lyrics on top of that. So
Yeah.
that's great stuff. Um, Next song is "False Sanity."
Oh yeah.
Again, another one of my favorites off the album. So, what inspired this song, and where did this come from?
Uh, that was, man. I think that was another one where the riff was in my head, and then I kind of had
Mm-hmm.
this idea of, once again trying to be very Scott Weiland. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much what I'm always trying to do. And then it's funny though, because that's one that when I brought to the band, Phil, for the choruses, started playing that kind of Dave Grohl thing with the real busy 16th hi-hat, and I was just like, where'd that come from? That's amazing. And so
Yeah.
we just that morphed into that, and it made it feel kind of more like Foo Fighters to me. So I was like, okay, we got something here, you know. And that one's fun to play live. It's a workout.
You know, to me, there's some slash in that guitar solo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The wah-wah pedal always helps that.
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. No, it has that kind of has that slash feel to it. And I really enjoyed that song. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Now the next one is again something that's very, very different. You can see where it comes, the roots from which this comes. Above, Below, and Within, instrumental acoustic guitar, very much a Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin acoustic feel to that one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to do. I had that sitting on my computer for quite a while that I recorded at my house by myself.
Yeah.
Just had the guitar in a random open tuning and just messing around one day. And I had kind of like in my head at the time, I had this grand idea of a big concept album, and I was like, okay, well this will weave in and out the whole album, you know.
Yeah.
But I wanted to specifically have something on that album that was like Zeppelin 1, where you have this quiet acoustic moment, and I wanted it to lead into the next song. So that's kind of why we like put that where it went.
Yeah, and the next song, Words They Say. This to me, I think this is more bluesy, traditional bluesy than the other songs on the album. Almost maybe like a Government Mule kind of feel to it or something.
Yeah, that's always in my stuff too. That's a big influence.
Yeah. And I think lyrically this song feels a little different too. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, that one I was definitely going for kind of like an anthem, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted something that would maybe people could hear it and feel something, and you know, want to sing it along. The theme is pretty much just. It's funny when we play it live. I always say this one's for the truth tellers out there, and that's pretty much what the song's about. You know, people that weather the storm when it's not a cool thing to do.
Yeah. No, it's I really I like that one a lot. Some slide guitar going on in there if I'm hearing that correctly. Yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah. So volume 1 implies that there's a volume 2.
It does, but
or you're just like, gotcha.
I feel like in my head, I feel like volume 2 will come out like maybe 5 albums later.
I love it. That'd be great. Yes.
Yeah. So I just seemed it seemed right because it was like, okay, here's the collection of songs that's going on in my head right now, you know, and which is what I think an album kind of should be.
Yeah.
Just kind of capturing the moment in time.
Yeah. Well, I think it's got a lot of great stuff going on with this, and like I said, I really like the sound. I think you got a great groove with your bass guitarist, your drummer, and some fantastic riffs going in here. And you can hear the influence there that, you know, whether it's Soundgarden or STP or, you know.
Yeah.
I'm assigning some King's X to it, whether you wanted it to be there or not. But I hear it. But there's a lot of other things that are going on there, and vocally, you've got a kind of a growl to it at times that, you know, it's not a metal growl and it's not a, you know, Muddy Waters growl, but it's kind of somewhere in between there. But then it also goes very clean. It's not like a lot of times I think people do a growl because they can't really sing that well.
It happens.
but in your case, there's a lot of these songs that are just, you know, crystal clear, clean, and shows, yeah, you got the voice to back it all up.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Also, a new single was out about a month ago called Crystal.
Yeah.
Now, this is a bit of a different sound in this album.
Yes. Definitely is. And you're not the only person that said that.
Yeah.
I've had a few of our fans were like, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Yeah.
But I really wanted to. I mean, like I said, I listened to like Miley Cyrus and stuff like that, and I was also getting back into like bands like Toto and just stuff from that 70s area of really good like pop rock, like the Cars, you know, and I was trying to basically create a song like that was like, man, I just want to be in a Trans Am with T-tops and cruising down the highway. So yeah, just trying to write a throwback pop rock song.
Yeah. So is that a one-off, or is that kind of the vein that you're writing in now? Or we're going to hear more of that?
I don't know if it's necessarily a one-off, but it's definitely different than anything else that I'm writing right now. Yeah. The next one that will probably release as a single is much heavier, back to more of the hard rock with a great riff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought this one was and it was really fun to work on too, to do all the mixing and stuff together. So that's been probably the funnest part, is getting to just experiment in the studio, because it's doing it ourselves. We're not like, you know, worried about time or a huge budget or anything. It's our own time is what we're spending.
Yeah. But when a musician has a level of success with a certain sound, and then is bold enough to say, doing something different, that's kind of ballsy.
Well, thank you. I don't think of it that way, but I see why you would say that. Yeah. I guess, you know, the bands and musicians that I looked up to always kind of did that. Like, I'm a huge Bowie fan, and it's like,
well,
I love artists that can reinvent themselves, and even if it's not like I've bought albums from my favorite bands, and it's like, I don't really like this, but you respect that they're going for something different, you know?
Yes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and
yeah. Especially when you see their name on the writing credits, you know, sometimes it's completely different, and it's got all these different writers on it. You're like, okay, they had to write that. They had to put that one out.
Yeah. There's a band local around here called Mojo Thunder.
Okay, I've heard you talking about that.
Yeah, and their first album, it was called Hymns from the Electric Church. And it's kind of like AC/DC, Black Crowes, you know, Zeppelin kind of stuff. And it's great rock album.
Yeah.
Then they come out with an album, I don't know, maybe year and a half ago now, called The Infinite Hope. And the sound is very different. It leans hard towards like a My Morning Jacket kind of sound.
Okay. Gotcha.
And first time I heard it, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Because I was expecting, like when you sent me the track for Crystal, I had an expectation there. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Did I click on the right thing? But when you go back through and you listen to it, you're like, okay, I see what's going on here, and I like it. It just takes a minute to kind of adjust your expectations to being open to what's coming down the pike now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so all that to say, I think Volume 1 is killer, and I like the sound that you're going for with Crystal, and whatever direction you head, just go for it. And
Thank you.
you
Thank
know,
you.
I think you've got a lot of talent. You got obviously some talented bandmates with you, and uh, you know, all the best. So tell me where do you want to see this go?
Oh man. I mean, the easy answer is always as far as possible, but realistically, I think we're shooting for like this spring. We want to start branching out, outside the state,
Mm-hmm.
which for us would be like Idaho, Oregon, maybe into California. But
Yeah,
really, I mean, for me, I want just the music to get out as far as it can.
yeah,
And being on your show is part of that too. And I've done some radio interviews over in the UK.
cool.
So it's getting out there, and that's the most important part for me. I enjoy playing live. I've always wanted to tour, but it's always about the songs for me.
Yeah,
I love being in the studio. I love making new things.
yeah,
So that's kind of we just always want to be better with each song.
yeah.
I've finally found out that I'm never going to stop writing. So it's like, might
Good,
as well just keep doing it.
good. Yeah.
Mm.
What are some things that kind of trigger inspiration for you when you're trying to write?
Um, that's a great question. Because it's a lot of times it feels like they come out of nowhere, but
Mm-hmm.
then as you start like writing it, you're like, oh, this is I've been working through this already.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's music I'm listening to or books I'm reading or movies or whatever, or
Right.
for me, it's probably a lot like socially and culturally. Um, and then I think the songwriting side of it for me has always kind of been like therapy. It's
Mm-hmm.
like here's this place where I can get out, maybe not what I really feel, but like a version of that kind of
Yeah.
thing. And then it's just fun. Like wordplay is fun, man.
Yeah.
It's I've always enjoyed that. So it's yeah, I just really like that. But yeah, the inspiration I don't know where it comes from. The funny thing is like for a while this was all I was doing was just playing music and writing and playing gigs. And I found that the writing inspiration wasn't as good as when I had a job and I was
Mm-hmm.
just doing like a mindless task, like, lifting 50-pound bags or whatever it may be. It's like that's when I would get a song in my head and just kind of
Yeah.
make sure I hurry home and record something so I don't forget it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's strange.
Yeah. A lot of the songwriters I know, they've got their phone is full of phrases and
Yep.
clips and you name it, just little pieces and parts all out there together that is either going to be the seed that grows a song, or they're going to Frankenstein some of it together and create a song out of it. I don't know,
Yeah.
but they say if I ever lost my phone, I'm done.
Yeah. I'm pretty paranoid about that, and I try to handwrite everything that I
Yeah,
can down because it's like I'm not the best at technology anyways,
yeah,
so it's just easier for me to do it. Plus, I feel like when I physically write it down, I tend to remember it a little bit better.
yeah.
So yeah, I think I'd be all right if I lost my phone, but I say that and I'd probably be really
Well, let's hope that you don't anyway. So,
yeah.
so what's coming up next for you? What can you tell everybody to be expecting from you?
We're working on the next album like as we speak.
Yeah.
We've got one song that's getting real close to being done, mixed and everything. I think we'll probably release that one as a single. Um, and then we also released a live DVD because
Oh,
everybody has DVD players
yeah.
nowadays.
They
but
don't.
but that was a really really fun project. And actually I'll send you a link to a download of that because it turned out really
Yeah,
good. We did
that'd be
like
great.
five camera shoot I think we did for that. And basically I was just I wanted to recreate like Stevie Ray Vaughan and El Macombo kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And so we had some friends do the video editing. My buddy Kevin Crick did all that, and then we did the audio. And yeah, we released that I think earlier this year, maybe in the spring. So yeah, and there's stuff on there that's not on the first album, because I think there's 18 songs on there
Oh,
total.
wow.
Yeah, so I'll definitely get that to you.
No, that'd be great. That'd be great. Timing on the next album?
I don't have any.
Yeah. Okay.
We're definitely trying to always move forward, but I don't have a real set deadline. I could see it being done by the first of the year, though, at the pace we're going. Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, people can find you at CoryVmusic.com, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And what is it, Cory Vincent Official on Instagram? Did I get that right?
Yeah. I'm trying to stay off there, but it's still active.
That's a good way to get your stuff out there.
It's a tool.
It is, and most musicians I talk to, they hate it, but it's a necessary evil. So
yeah, it's definitely that.
It's that way for all of us, I guess. But well, it's been fantastic having you on here. Really enjoying what you're doing. I just keep it up. Can't wait to hear the next album when it comes out. When it does, we can get you back on here and talk more about it.
Yeah, man, that'd be great. Thank you so much for having me. And I gotta say, like, I'm a true fan of the show. Like, I look forward.
You're too kind.
To each episode, man. It's like I said, my day job, I am a delivery driver, so I'm always listening to podcasts, and like I look forward to the new episodes, and it's like super interesting learning about the distillery kind of side of it as well.
Cool.
So
well, I appreciate you saying that. I'm glad I'm a relief from some boredom driving around. So, but no, in all seriousness, I do appreciate that, and thank you very much for reaching out. I've enjoyed getting to meet you and getting to know about your music too. So, thank you very much. Yeah. Cheers, Cory. All the best, sir. Night, everybody.